Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel here. So yeah, I finished off the last video saying like everything's kind of done now. It's all like the odds and ends. So I thought it was a good time to kind of fill you in what I've been doing. It's been a couple of weeks now. Can't remember how long it's been. It's been a while. But yeah, I've been busy today. What I've been doing is finishing off all the little trim bits on the door and everything. So I finally got the baseboard in on the bottom here, all the way across down the backside there. Got this in. I got a door handle finally. Before I was having to grab the little pin down in here and like pull the door open. So got a nice door handle now. Everything opens up nice, as you can see. Very nice, and it closes very nice. And it kind of doesn't look like there's a door there. So yeah, just like I said, got these trim bits in, and then the cable off of this wire, I've kind of gone down and around, and then let me get this open. It might be kind of hard to see, but it's just in there. So the cable is just kind of hidden behind there, and then underneath the baseboard, it kind of, the power thingy comes out there. So yeah, very, very happy with how this is going along. What I'm thinking is this board here, I'm going to match it on the same side here, just so it looks kind of symmetrical. And then this board, I'm thinking I'll get another one, because I had to do a little bit of a custom cut to get it in there. Not the greatest, but kind of thinking of mirroring it, because I do need this space open, because this is where the pin for the door is, in case I need to pull the door off or something. That's the only way it's going to come out, is pulling out this pin. So yeah, I'm thinking match this so it's all symmetrical and everything, and then this way it'll kind of cover up the staples and whatever. And then maybe in here, I've been thinking building like a little air vent or something. I don't know, like a little fan or something, just to kind of like push air out of the room. I think is probably the best plan of action, or pull air in. I don't know, one or the other. Yeah, maybe like a little electric fan of some kind or something that's like quiet, just so it sucks air out. Yeah, and then another thing I've done is I finally got my window. So I've got new window installed. That is a triple pane window. This is going to be the next little part of action, so to say. Insulate all this, put some hardwood down on here, all that fun stuff, full insulation in here. Make it just look like pretty, so it's a nice little hangout area if need be for plants or something. And then this is also an emergency escape, so this window just slides open. In the case of an emergency, I'm just down onto a deck there that can get me away quickly. Yeah, safety first, very important. Yeah, so I'm trying to remember where I left it off. I got all my cables all organized back here, which is nice. Got all my little gearboxes and everything stacked. Lots of crawling in this room. All my gearboxes stacked in there. Trying to remember if I had this done or not. Pretty sure I did. This is my patch bay, my DI. Just because I'm running like unbalanced stuff, and I got a balanced patch bay, and it's nice to just balance everything. Not super necessary, but I find it helps. Yeah, and then another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little triangle absorber in there, and then maybe build a little square diffuser, skyline diffuser down in here, just to kind of like scatter the soundscape a little bit. Still thinking about that, because obviously we got the wall angles up and everything, so sound doesn't really technically bounce off anything, but maybe it would be nice to just have a little bit of a diffusion there. Nothing too serious. Sound is awesome in here. Zero complaints, absolutely zero complaints on the sound. I've done minor tweaks since the last video. More little measurements and slight adjustments on the speaker placements and everything. But overall, super happy with how everything has turned out. The room sounds good. I think there is just a touch of mid-heaviness, which I'm gonna try and fix with the triangle there, because in the upper section here, so to say, like all up in this area, it's kind of where like the mids like to live. So I'm hoping like having that absorber up there will kind of help reflection of the mid in this upper area here, and then kind of carries down along there. And then another thing I've been thinking is maybe like quadratic diffuser, one on each side, like bing and boom. So it's kind of like hanging off the door, so to say, and then on the actual wall. Because I do have a large distance from me to here, and they always suggest with diffusion, I think it was 11 to 13 feet is when you can actually use diffusion properly from your sound source, and I'm well over. That's like, what would that be? That would be like 15 feet, something like that. Plus it'll look good. I like the look of diffusers. It's like kind of artistic. So I'll probably do a diffuser one day, 2 diffusers one day, figure that out. And then still want to try and tame the low end a little bit. It's nice where I'm sitting, but the decay time is anywhere from 30 hertz to right around, I want to say it's like 90 to 100 hertz. The decay kind of starts to build up a little bit. There's only so much I can really do in this room, but it'd be nice to just kind of tame it a little bit more. So I'm going to have to do some research on that, because I think I'm going to have to get into some specialized bass trapping. Obviously, like I got my 2 corners, all 4 corners, very well bass trapped down in there and the other side, as you've seen in previous videos. But yeah, I kind of want to tame it just that little bit more. I think a lot of the bass is actually living in this general, like half of the room, so to say. So what I might do is continue like maybe more of these along the floor line, the little 6-inch things, and maybe beef them up even more. Maybe go like, I don't know, 8 inches, 10 inches, somewhere in there. I think that will help tame the bass. In theory it should, because I can't really put diffusion, like big diffusers on the wall, because they'd have to be like 3 foot thick, which, I don't know, cuts down on headroom majorly. So yeah, future project on that. It's been about, I think it's been exactly a week since the last little update video. And yeah, I've been busy. I got finally all my trim done on this section here. Look nice and tidy, no more tools. But yeah, I got all my trim work done, got this nicely boxed in. Door opens up nicely. I left this just because that wire's there. Yeah, had to just because. And then another thing I've been doing, and this is what I'm working on today, is getting this section all finished up. So I got the ceiling done. Everything's all insulated, vapor barriered. Got my AC up here finally, which is nice. So yeah, I'm going to finish all this wood all the way around, make it all pretty and whatnot. I tell you, having the insulation in this section with the new window, the temperature up here it's perfect, absolutely perfect temperature, I tell you. I think it's like 30 degrees outside today, and I tell you, it's probably about like 22 degrees in the studio here. So 0 complaints there. I'm hoping like before I have a session, like if it is a touch hot in here, I'll just turn on my AC for like 30 minutes, an hour, have a couple of coffees whilst I wake up and whatnot, and then come up here, close the window and everything, and then just, you know, get to work, as they say. Now another thing that I've been doing is I finally got the other side of this wall done. So yeah, I got this wall now completely done. So the studio is basically 100% sealed. So this wood actually came off the floor down in that room. Very old wood, very, very old wood. So I ended up planing it down. I probably ran like a good couple of hundred of boards through the planer, cleaned it all up, And I tell you, I like this look when I get the door closed. You can only see like the little crack outline, so to say. And then the idea is I'm going to put trim on the door so it covers that gap, and then trim piece going down so it covers this crack, something there to match, piece down there, just so it looks symmetrical. And there's going to be like in a sense no door. It almost looks like there will be no door there, so very happy about this. And I tell you, when I open this, it feels like a vacuum in this room. Very, very well sealed. Like it's kind of hard to close the door. I don't know if you can hear that. Just the wind. A sign of a well-sealed door and a well-sealed room. And I tell you, having that back wall made a 9-day difference with the base. Before, like the base would be very intensive up to about this half of the room, and then it would start to like taper and tame itself, so to say, in this area. Whereas now with the back wall in there, the base has, in a sense, something to kind of reflect off, kind of a little bit more base absorption, and the room is obviously almost more sealed now. So my lower 20 to 40 hertz, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a big bump upwards, which it was kind of lacking in this room, which will help a lot for sure. That's the one little part of the room I needed to treat, and that back wall has treated it. But as well as like having that back wall in, the base now is almost equal throughout the whole room. So where I'm sitting here, it's about almost the same volume. I swear it's only like maybe 2 or 3 decibels different when you're standing like close to it compared to like the critical listening area in here, which is absolutely perfect for what I'm going for. And another thing it did is it feels like it tightened up the bass response. Like things inside the room now are kind of not resonating, but it feels a little bit more elastic with the low end now. It feels like everything's tightened up and the room is just kind of working as like one with the subwoofer, I guess is the best way to explain it. So yes, I'm very happy with having that back wall in. Everything's sealed, the temperature's just spot on perfect, I tell you. So I have to come clean. It's been quite a while since I recorded another video, but I finished absolutely everything. So I got my guitars up there, nice little motivational quote. This is all sealed in this area. Nice wood is all oiled. Got my nice Justice jacket. All the trim work is done on what is the door area. It kind of looks like there isn't a door even here. And then inside, everything is in its place. Got my little DJ station set up there. Got a nice couch and coffee table with headphones for my clients to come and listen to. Ended up buying a new synth with a new controller. And then in this section here, got a nice little light. All the woodwork is done. Got a nice blind on this back window that's automatic, so it goes up and down by itself. And I am so pleased with how absolutely everything turned out. Just sounds incredible. I've been in here almost exactly a year, now less than a year. Let's say 9 months since that last little segment of this video was recorded. Done a few projects, just gotten used to like the speakers, how everything sounds, where everything's placed. Everything's just ergonomic. My muscle memory is there. And I want to show you my most recent test results of the measurement. So as you can see here, this is what we got going. So right here, I believe is 200 milliseconds. Yeah, so this line here, that's a 200 millisecond decay time. And then up in here, just kind of tapers off. I still got that issue with the decay time in the low end at the 60 hertz and the 40 hertz. have to get some Helmholtz resonators. I still haven't put the triangle up in there or anything. That's going to be down the road when I've got some free time to be able to noodle around on just doing the fine little tweaks. But yeah, for the past 9 months or so, it's just been getting used to the space and really enjoying getting back into making music, because overall this whole project took from, let's see, it would have been December up until July, June, July, somewhere in there. So all in all, about 6 months to get to in a sense this final stage here. Overall work time without taking breaks and everything, this was about, I would say, a 3-month project from starting from the bare bones room. Originally up in here, there was absolutely nothing. There was originally 2x4 joist and then just insulation all on the floor up here. This whole area was just completely empty. If you remember in that first video there was none of this here. Absolutely none of this here. So I am thrilled, to say the least, with how everything turned out. I want to say special thank you to who helped me out with absolutely everything. Love you to the moon for getting me to this point. Couldn't ask for anything more, really. And yeah, I'm gonna start recording more videos now on each piece of gear. That's gonna be the next part of my little YouTube adventure. What I've been thinking is I'm going to start with going back in a time machine of what synths I purchased first. So down in there might be a little hard to see, but I got a couple of Korg Volcas and a Korg Mono Tribe. So I haven't busted those out in probably 5 years. So I'm going to get familiar with those again, see how they sound after I've used, like, obviously way better synths than little, what are they, $100, $200 synths. We'll see what they sound like. See if maybe I'll start using them again. Who knows? But yes, thank you everyone for watching these videos. I hope they've been really informative for you. I hope they inspire you to maybe one day make your own little studio space, maybe upgrade from your bedroom studio to your own space, where your own creative zone, your own place of little magic, your little sanctuary for making whatever it is you make. But if it's music, good on you, because this was a project I don't want to do for at least another 10 years. And if it's in another 10 years, I'm going to have hopefully a larger budget. And with all this new experience I've learned from all the acoustics and bass trapping and just general layouts of the rooms and how things sound in the end, it's going to be a lot better of a space. But not saying this one isn't good. But if I was going to do this again, it's going to be Grammy quality. Let's call it that, Grammy quality studio. So yes, thank you everyone for joining me on this part of my journey. Much love. Please leave a like on the video. Leave a comment. Tell me what your favorite part of this whole video series has been. What's been the most informative to you? What did you learn? Anything. Leave me a nice comment. And please also subscribe. That helps me out immensely. And until the next video, which will probably come out in the next couple of days, I hope you stay safe. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.